crazy, but you know, I'm gonna die trying or whatever. And this is the thing, you know, they put me in a governmental experimental program because of my ancestors. And now that I have my will, you know, they really going hard on my son or whatever. And I'm trying to have him pop in over here because they blew up his ear. They really trying to fry my son with these weapons and stuff. Come here.
Is it recording?
Bend down. Yeah, it's recording. Y'all see his ear? Put your hand down. Look, so look at that ear and then look at this ear. Okay? Now look at his skin and turn around and see if we can see the back of your neck. So, yeah, they're frying my son right here. Here, put your head down. Let's see. So this is not really a good, like, because of the light. Yeah, it's recording. But um, I'm just so happy to have my YouTube back because I've not been able to have it because they have been taking all of my apps. Mark Zuckerberg has been playing with all of my apps in the CIA and the NSA and cybersecurity in the military. They're all in my stuff, okay? And um, I don't know how many times a day that I'm going to be posting, but I'm going to post as much as I need to catch up because I've not been able to post for the last like 6 months because I've not paid for data. And it's been a need, but I have tons of videos that I've done that I'm gonna post up here about me and my son. I really hate to do this on my beauty channel because this is about really Beauty and the Beast. I should just name my channel Beauty and the Beast right now because we fighting with the beast right now. And you know, we got to get this president out of the White House because once we get him out of the White House, we will be free. I mean, to a certain extent. We got to get both parties. We got to demolish both parties because both parties are working together against each other. If this is not working out, you know, I don't think that there should ever be another president again. I think it should be bodied by, it should be a government body of the American people because it's just nobody, it's too many people with their hands in the bucket. And this is not something that, I mean, it's too many departments, you know, it's too many people giving out funding. I mean, it's just like a free for all right now. And, you know, it's too many people being hurt within this, you know, our United States citizens is being hurt and but not heard. And so they'll pick one subject and they'll harp on that, but then they won't specify that it's really the US citizens that we're suffering. We're the ones that's paying all the taxes for funding all these programs for them to basically kill us and poison our food. Um, it's insane. So, you know, I did two other videos. I'm just waiting for them to load and you guys can go look at those because like I said, me and my son was put in a government experimental personnel, Congress personnel program. Um, you know, you can call it MK Ultra or whatever you want to call it, the CIA Torture Act program. You know, a lot of people are scared. And I understand that you guys are scared, you know, but you guys need to fess up and stand up for what's right because the United States is nothing but a whole military base right now. And Donald Trump is trying to make sure that we get martial law out. He wants everybody to ratchet everything up, all nationalities. He wants us to get ratcheted up so they can have the National Guard, the Air Force out. The Air Force is already out spraying us with chemtrails, okay, every single day. And I mean, it's getting to the point where we all need to run up over at the private airplanes, the Garland airplanes, because the Garland airplanes are spraying us and hitting us with these weapons, and they're getting these military contracts, which they are the military, but they're getting civilian military contracts through the NGO organizations. And they don't need to get any more. They don't need these, they don't need to flood the community. I mean, well, the United States with more psychopaths, okay? Because when you can spray metallics on people and gas on people like we're roaches every single day, then you really don't give a fuck about your life either. So that's why they got DEI. We need to get rid of DEI because that's a white man's uh whatever for the for work, whatever you want to call it, a legislation for work. That's so that way they can abuse the system. They're the ones that get all the money. They didn't. The DEI is not for us. The black people that want DEI is just want to keep the fuck shit going or whatever. So, um, I'm on here telling my truth that they over here frying me and my son. We're being gang stalked, harassed, threatened because I'm an heir, and I'm gonna keep saying it. The Waltons is Walmart. The Ledbetters, the Roels, they, my white ancestors that we were enslaved up under, that some of their daughters was messing with the black men, and this is how I see how it went down. And they don't want us to have any of their wealth. And so they put me out of all my family members in this program because one of my family members, the Waltons, gave me an inheritance. And this is all it's about. And I had no idea why I was fucked with for 52 years, being chased and stalked by groups of people that I had to fight my way out of. And they said, well, you know, she got our white blood and she got that African blood. Okay. So she gonna fight her way up out of it. Okay. So this is where I'm at today. It made me homeless. They wanted me to get on drugs, but that wasn't happening because I just, no, I seen too many of my family members get on drugs. So I just said, you know, I'm not gonna turn into an alcoholic because that would just kill me. I can't even smoke. Like I could barely smoke weed. I could barely drink. Like my body reacts to everything. So this is what they wanted for me to be down on Skid Row and be, you know, strung out. And I said, no, I'm not. You know, I'm gonna fight. I'm living with the rats, the roaches, piss and shit, dog shit, cat shit. Not me, not Princess Drea, no. But yes, I was living that way, and I'm still basically I'm in the shelter right now, a hotel slash shelter. So yeah, I was living that way for a year and a half. And they went around, the feds went around to my whole family and they all said, well, yeah, put her in the program. She's mentally, yeah, put her in the program. So they all, yeah, they got theirs. They got their 40, 50, $60 a day. They good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got my 40, 50. I got mines. Yeah. Well, keep yours. Yeah, you go ahead and keep yours. Cause yeah, I just found mines and they're trying to kill my son, and my family put my son first. They put him first before me. They said kill him first because he gets more than me because he got both sides, not only his dad's wealth, but then he gets mine too. So the Mormons have been chasing me and my son since he was basically out of the hospital. They started chasing him. They tried to take him from the hospital. And I didn't know. I woke up, the baby was gone, and I said, where's my child at? So I went, ran down there and got him or whatever. And after that, I've been hoarding over him ever since. So he hit 2 years old. Here we go. We got the Mormons at our door. So, um, you know, I didn't know that they had anything to do with our genealogy because they don't tell you that. They have all of us blacks that have royal blood or that's up under the crown. They, you know, they tell you, you know, just, you know, you don't even find out. It depends what family you come from. You know, my family, they just too busy on drugs. They ain't paying no attention because that's where they was at. You know, they made sure that they told my grandmother to never get me baptized, so I'll never figure out anything. Would never know about my inheritance or whatever. So she kept that away from me because she sold her kids out. And one of my aunts knew, but I think they threatened her, you know, and told her that they'll take her children or whatever. So my mom's side, they knew. And they were just like, go to Jehovah, go to Jehovah. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to Jehovah because If I go to Jehovah, then it's gonna be more problems because I don't know what y'all got up in these cults. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not where I'm at with these cults or whatever. So, I'm crying out for help because, they really hit my son with this shit. Raytheon, they got him up under the Raytheon contract up out of the White House. They got a lot of us up under Raytheon out of the White House. They got my name in NATO. They got my name up under the fire department, the police department, the ambulance department. When I got my report back from my investigator, I seen all the names of everybody that had my names. They got three Democrats. They're women that got my name and my son's name. I think is Minnesota, Massachusetts, and there's another M. So they got contracts out on us or whatever. So, it's really true when they say that, blacks, we have our birth certificates, got stocks and bonds. So we're stocks and bonds on Wall Street, and we got so much money that we don't even know because they're picking and choosing who get a contract out on what kid and what bloodline or whatever. So if you Commonwealth, then you're the chosen one and you gonna get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They gonna make sure that you is finna be up under a genocide killer program, which they put me and my son in. So the family was like, oh yeah, they running over my dad's house. We go over there and stay for a few, and because to get off the streets for a minute in Oregon. And they over there pointing at my son's face. Oh, his face. Everybody look at his face. He's getting fried. And it's just like, are you serious? So, have you heard of them stories when people go and the whole house end up, it'd be like a mass murderer, like because they put you in a whole murderous program, in a genocide program, and you supposed to just let them put your boots on your neck. They're gonna put their boots on your neck, and you just gonna be there like Rodney King and George Floyd, and just let them kill you and tease you and taunt you. This government has raped me and my son. Okay, I'm gonna say it every day, all day. They have raped me and my son alive. Anybody that took a Department of Defense contract through this aerospace or whatever, airspace, Air Force, whatever, have raped me and my son. We have no privacy. I don't give a fuck about this surveillance, this Pegasus, this motherfucking frock. Y'all ain't got no business bothering people like that. Y'all ain't got no business and nobody business. All this is to make sure that this internet is protected. That's all it is. They want to kick everybody off the internet. They don't want you making no money. They don't want your business up there. If you ain't got no Department of Defense weapon on top of your business, you ain't got no business on this internet, okay? But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. For y'all that got those department and you got my artificial intelligence in your business, I will have stake in your business. Because they will know who bought my artificial intelligence through SAMS.gov. I know who got contracts and who didn't get contracts. So y'all thinking that y'all got them contracts and y'all finna get away with putting these weapons on top of these buildings and frying me as soon as I get inside of your business trying to buy coffee or clothing or whatever, and I'm frying up in your building and you hit me with them weapons? Oh, you got shit fucked up because I'm a United States American. I got that 1% Indian in me. And that means I am Canadian and I am from the Americas and I am American, okay? My ancestors paved the way for me to be here. And ain't no way that y'all can't tell me that I cannot be in America with my son up under shadow of slavery, modern day slavery. So for all you people that got those Department of Defense contracts, you guys got this, huh? Yeah. Oh, I bet. You hear my son? They dropping poison here. You hear him? This is the poison they've been dropping. He's been sneezing like that for 5 days now. I'm counting every single day. He's been sneezing like that for 5 days. Okay? And I'm sick of it. Now they frying my son like, oh yeah, bitch, we gonna fry. Yeah, you keep frying my son and you gonna see, because all you kids over there on those college campuses that got these weapons, your kids ain't gonna see the day to ever get on the phone to get this Wi-Fi. If it's up to me, this world would be sanctioned off of any technology. This is what they do. Off of any technology. You best believe your bottom dollar. I'm finna have my computer programmers, my forensic scientists, go to every college and get these kids IPs that got these weapons in their phones. They mamas, they daddies, the whole family. The schools, yeah, basketball, football, anybody that got this shit in their phone. So you best believe I'm starting with the black community first, because you guys should have known that y'all should have never indulged in no genocide shit like this. This is some silent genocide shit. And you guys not even talking about it. Y'all got these platforms and y'all up there popping y'all collar and you ain't got no remorse. I'm up here calling every senator, every judiciary committee, and I can only call a few black people. I called the Black Caucus and not one of them called me back. I called about 5 offices. Not one person in the Black Caucus called me back. Not even the one that set up the reparations. Okay, we're supposed to have our own Bureau of Investigations. And I have not had not one person call me back. I tried to go to the Black Panthers and they couldn't even get into this. They said that they would opt out of this and they don't want no beans, no dealings with me with this, okay? So I said, okay, I'm on my own then. And that's when I left Oregon. When I knew that I couldn't get none of those coons up there, then, you know, to help me, those boulets, yeah, I said, okay. Because that's exactly what it is gatekeeping. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all gatekeeping, you know. And since it's like that, then I'm going to hit on where it hurts, because when I make this act and this treaty for me and my son, oh, I'm going to say I got mine, get yours. Because we finna have this treaty in our own act, in our own names. And it's not going to be for the black people. Because you guys want to keep fighting up under civil rights, which civil rights is a non and void. That don't even mean anything. It doesn't mean anything because everybody got civil rights. So black people, we are not protected. Never. They would never really give us a bill. I mean, the only bill you gonna write is if you get your own bill. Get your own act, get your own treaty, because I'm not helping you black people. Not at all. Because it's going to start with the black people for me first. Then it'll trickle down to the white women. Then it'll trickle down to the Hispanic women. Okay? And then it'll trickle down to all the men. Period. Period. And I want y'all to share this because you guys ain't talking about this. Y'all not talking. Oh, this is in our neighborhood. This weapon right here. So, yeah, the weapon is in the neighborhood. They got weapons all over the place. The United States is a military base. A corporate military base. They're supposed to be working for us. We're not supposed to be working for them. They're supposed to be buying our stuff. We're not supposed to be buying their stuff. We're supposed to be selling to them because we're the people. We're supposed to be selling them shoes, clothes, food to the military, but the military turned around and is selling us stuff. Okay? We can't sell them nothing. Now, it used to be that they would buy our stuff. They try to say, well, we'll buy your stuff and give you a contract. I don't want no Department of Defense contracts because I'm not trying to hit nobody with no weapons. I'm not trying to join the genocide regime with the black Marxists, the white fascists, the racists. I'm not trying to join any of the racists, the genocide, Zionism. Gen Z is genocide, Zionism. That's all it is. It's a genocide generation of Zionism. And anybody can join, just like anybody can join the LGBTQ. It's a Terrorist organizations, all of these organizations is terrorist organizations. Everybody wanted to group up. I didn't see it coming because they was like, we're going to just take her shit. We're going to sell her son data. We're going to sell her data. And we're going to say, fuck you. And we're going to give them a hard time. And we're going to try to kill these motherfuckers with these silent crowd control weapons. Okay? But ain't none of you black people talking about it. This is what I don't get. Oh, we got to do this. We got to stick together. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. The United States of the terrorists. Y'all can have it. Me and my son is outie. Y'all will see the dust behind our plane, train, or feet when we get ready to leave from here. I am outie 5000. I'm sorry. I'm leaving everything behind. I'm out of here. I'm going to get my money from these people, which it really don't even matter, because when I get ready to get my money, it's going to be for humanitarian reasons, because I'm going to feed the world over in Africa. I'm going to feed the continent of Africa, okay? Just, we going to be all right. Because ain't no way that they still should be over there starving like that. And I mean, you know, they have beautiful cities and built up cities and whatever geographical location, whatever metropolitan, whatever they got over there. But ain't no way that they shouldn't be showing us no poor kids. They should be ashamed of themselves showing us orphanage kids that they have trafficked over there through our white system over here. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with the white people. I'm done with the white people. White people, get your people. Get your people. Our allies, get your people, because they making it really bad for you guys. You know, get your people, because you guys are sitting so complacent, and you guys, oh well, we're holding it down over here because we got pools and we're on top of the hill and we can eat shrimp and lobster anytime we want. But we're not going to let them in our neighborhood because we got weapons on them, and they come to our neighborhood. We have their stocks and bonds, and we got to stop them from coming to our neighborhood because they might be trying to come kill us, because we don't know. They don't know that we got money on them. You know, we banking off of them. And that's how they bank off of us. It's not that we are really buying trillions of dollars. We're worth trillions of dollars, period, alone. We're not buying trillions of dollars worth of stuff. It's just that we're worth trillions of dollars because we have been implanted on Wall Street. Okay? With bounties on our heads. Okay? Killer acts on our heads. Until we come together as a collective to make sure that we pass some bills that consist of treaties and acts, black people, we ain't getting nowhere, okay? Because we don't even know how to document this shit down on paper. They never gonna get it to us, because if we don't fit within their constitution, if we don't write according to their constitution and their amendments, we never gonna have shit. So we gotta get together at our own tables. The Black Caucus is, where are you guys at? I'm still waiting for my reparations. It's past January 1st. I'm still waiting for the Bureau of Investigations, while Gavin Newsom is over there building artificial intelligence technology boards. There's one black girl on there, and I should get the picture and show you guys. There's one black girl on there popping her head out like they don't even want her in the picture. You got nothing but communists in there. Okay? You guys don't get to be on the board for black people for our artificial intelligence. So you guys can do more dirt with our data. More dirt with our data. Okay? So yeah, I'm on my beauty channel, whatever. I'm not doing television and film right now. I don't have my hair studio anymore. I'm not doing none of that right now, because my main thing is to fight for artificial intelligence. I don't care what community it impacts, as long as that me and my son get this shit straight. Because we have passed some laws and stopped some shit in Oregon, in California. We have written, you know, comments for the reform of defunding the police, because they don't need to be in our artificial intelligence. If they gonna just show up to where we are because they feel like it, no, they don't need our artificial intelligence then. We don't need to be scanned in no system so they can still traffic us. This is human trafficking at its best. And I feel sorry for my people, because you guys is going to be labeled as human traffickers, sex traffickers, and all the above, and y'all didn't even realize the kind of contracts that y'all was taking. But you got yours though, huh? But did you get in that treaty? Did you get an act? Or did you get patent? Even if you got patent, there's ways to get patent that you know that you not finna be in no shit. Okay? These white people have done a number on me. I don't know about you guys, but they keep putting my name after act after act. Me and my son name after act 702 FISA Foreign Intelligence Patriot Act. A patriot, I don't want to hear nothing about no patriot. That's some slavery, modern day slavery shit. I ain't a motherfucking patriot. I'm a warrior. And I'm a warrior because that's my DNA. That's my bloodline, my African bloodline. Okay, but I'm not no motherfucking patriot. So don't put me up under no Patriot Act or the American Freedom Act, which Obama made the American Freedom Act, but ain't nothing free about it because they never gave our data back. So they over here shoot my son left and right with this shit. With hard lasers. Okay, like I said, if anything happened to my son, it's that White House. It's that White House, but the White House gonna get yours because it's gonna be the Black House after it's all said and done. Yeah. It's gonna be the Black House because you guys ain't right up in there. And all these black people here, the United States of America, what I just really realized is that these black people here are nothing but gatekeepers. And I'm out of here. That's why I kept saying, why are the Jamaicans and the Haitians and the Africans disrespecting us? Oh, now I know why. They ain't got no respect for us. I mean, they was over there trafficking us too, but they really ain't got no respect for us. I mean, we should be really together as a whole, as a collective, like the Hispanic people, just like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Asian communities. We are not that. You get yours, and black people is crab in a bucket still. They'll never learn until we all come together and get a treaty or an act. And if we don't get that, if you don't get that through your head, even Martin Luther King didn't make us no treaty or an act. We never even got it. It got to be written in the Constitution. Or else we going to keep being chased by these white people. They won't leave us alone. They burned down Black Wall Street, my people in Oklahoma. They finally getting reparations for that. They flooded communities and black communities, affluent communities over in Oregon. Okay, with these HAARP weapons, these rainbow weapons that you guys think that are rainbows, but these are weapons, HAARP weapons that can take a whole ocean out and flood countries, this whole country. Okay? And if you guys are saying any comments or anything, I got to update my phone because I don't see any comments or anything like that. Thank you for the likes or whatever. But like I said, they throwing chemtrails on us. Share this post. They're killing us with these silent weapons. Nobody's talking about it. And I'm so disgusted with the black community. Like, especially the black men. I was wondering why these black men wasn't uplifting my young black son. And I kept saying, well, why are the white men helping their kids, but the black men don't help? And something has changed here. Because they don't want even a young man having anything. They can say, you know what, a small group. Come on, brother. We know what's happening to you. I mean, I reached out to the Israelites. Oh, they said, well, you shouldn't have voted for them people. And I said, oh, okay, well, I'm never calling y'all again. So It was all good when they figured out I had them satellites and them stars and shit. It was all good then. They was all, oh, can we do like a community outing or come to you? And I was like, why would they want to do that? And so, like the offers that I was getting, I should have really taken them, but I didn't know at the time. I just felt something. And then all of a sudden, when I started reaching out to people, they were like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, you guys took money, so y'all know what's going on. So money overall, I mean, I know people that was offered billions and they still fighting for this till this day. Dr. Greer, he's fighting for this. He got a whole lobby of people inside of the White House, a small group of people fighting for this shit. And I'm trying to help raise money so I can contribute, so we can keep this momentum going, because it's almost over with. I mean, y'all been hitting us with 80 years with these weapons. This shit been going about 80 to 100 years, probably longer, but I would say about 80 to 100 years, because that's, y'all still wanted to keep us enslaved. So y'all try to figure out a way to, you know, keep us so y'all can be seen, or whatever, so we can be seen. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a video maybe later on or tomorrow on how they're gang stalking and how this gang stalking is going or whatever, because I mean, it's just, I can't believe it. You know, I can't believe, I would never want to show up in somebody's IP or somebody's data location more than once. I mean, I just wouldn't want to do it. Like, I would be a creep if I did some shit like that. If I just showed up to where they were or just kept passing them by. I mean, that's just like the weirdest thing. It's like, what do you want? You know, I know you working for the feds, but what do you really want? You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to be seen because I'm being seen, but I'm being raped by this shit. Because I'm being seen, I'm being basically violated and raped alive. Where they you know, they sitting back, they laughing, they eating real good up on the hill, and they sitting back, look at her, look at her, she gotta go piss outside and shit, look at her, she gotta go shit outside, look at her, she gotta eat out the trash, you know what I'm saying, look at her, she gotta eat with the dog just, you know, pissed by, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, look at her, she just climbed out of some fucking trees and shit with fucking fleas all over. Look at her. I mean, they just having a real good time. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got celebrities, they watching us, they laughing, they betting on us, they fucking with my son, nigga, you gonna die, nigga, you gonna die. Like, they just like my family members. That's how they are. They vultures. Yeah. And y'all just coming to me. Y'all looking at me in my phone. Y'all not even saying, well, Andrea, you know, we gonna try to help you. We on your side. Like, you know, they talking about, well, even the basketball players. You know what? Fuck the basketball players right now. I don't give a fuck about them motherfucking basketball players right now, okay? They should be really trying to help their black people. Just like Deion is fighting. At least Deion stepped up. And what's his name? Travis Hunter. He stepped up. Thank God. I mean, somebody had to step up to the plate, okay? You know, Travis, he stepped up because he just had a son, and he probably like, oh no, y'all won't be doing my son like that.
Travis Hunter?
Yeah, Hunter. Yeah, he stepped up to the plate. You know, Jordan stepped up to the plate, said something. Deion, he keeps saying stuff. He been on the ball with it, cause Deion Sanders, you know, he probably got in on the wrist, the cuff of the stuff, and you know, he probably been in on it, but the only reason why I believe that he's saying something is because this is going to determine what kind of players he get in the future. You know, if he lived to be, yeah, however old, and he's coaching, this is going to determine what kind of players. He don't want no soft ass players. Okay, he wants some good quality players, and you guys will not be sending him that type of DNA because y'all killed most of us with this shit, with these crowd control weapons. Or half of us is in jail, so he probably like, wait a minute. You got to think, what kind of basketball players you gonna have? You know what I'm saying? What kind of What kind of athletes I'm going to have in the near future? Like, wait a minute. What kind of recruits am I going to be able to even recruit anymore? Same with Snoop. I think Snoop got in on it. He said something too, because he probably looking at it like he got the Pee Wee, the junior Pee Wees, and Snoop is probably like, I know Snoop been gatekeeper too, but he probably like, wait a minute, my enrollment is low for these Pee Wees, these junior Pee Wee football players. Like, I'm not getting the quality of players that I would have gotten like 10 years ago. So now, because of the gatekeeping and caught up with y'all, but what y'all really love, now y'all questioning yourself. Because my son would be running a 4.2 if they didn't put this gravity shit on him. You know what I'm saying? So that NASA is a killer program. So y'all got to think about what kind of toxic poison they putting over our kids when they out there practicing. What kind of disease they may develop in the long run. A lot of y'all don't want to hear what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? I can't even see what y'all saying because they all in my phone. They all in my data. But I'm glad that there are people stepping up to the plate for our black young men. We need people to step up for them because they always want to throw them in a system up under the system. Okay, we need for people to step up for our real black men, which they're becoming extinct. So we're calling ourselves indigenous people because our people is becoming extinct, and they didn't kill most of us. They killed 65,000 black men, and they let me know about it. That's a lot of black men. But I'm going to keep this short, and I'm out. And thank you for the people that are starting to step up. But tell the truth about these weapons, though. Because if y'all don't, you guys are going to be sacrificed, and your lives is going to be messed up. It ain't going to be no, then, and I got mines then. It's going to be crying. You're going to be crying because you can't help your kids. Yeah, you're going to be crying because it's sad that you got black women running black women down with these weapons. Do you know what type of black woman that I am? That I don't play those type of games. But because I got all these weapons on me, and I got all these satellites on me, what kind of people I can have behind me that I don't have behind me? But I see that I don't need nobody behind me. I mean, there's support, that there's a quiet team behind me, but I'm out here on the street. You know what I'm saying? Battling this shit out. But I'm in for now, and God gonna keep his hands over me and my son. And we gonna leave the United States right when we need to, right in time. Y'all better get it together. And I'm out. Peace.